Stepdad's been raping you since
Leave me alone! Please!
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh, God! It's too damn early for this shit! Leave me alone!
How do you dress like this? What, are you a prostitute? I'm curious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay, I don't care.
Leave me alone!
Okay, so being harassed like this for a woman is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. When someone has invaded your privacy, they've got cameras in your home or your car or both, and have hacked you, and take your money, it's terrorizing you. It's horrifying for a woman. So, Mr. Perry has been involved, as I've gone over and over and over. This is podcast number 3 for Tuesday, December 13, 2022, because Mr. Perry has he's gone at it very hard today. It is affecting my body. The police that help me, they have a shrink that their department works with, and I have talked to her, and I was kind of going over some of the physical issues that I'm having, and she said, you're in the day, your mind is focused on the next step and on surviving and on pushing through and on staying strong and all that, but at night when you are trying to sleep, your mind is starting to try to heal itself. So your subconscious mind works on that, and you're starting to see some physical symptoms of trauma. And I'm sorry you're going through that. Are you going to be able to handle it okay? And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, I am handling it okay. That doesn't make it right, though, that Mr. Perry's doing what he's doing to me. And this is the reason it's illegal to stalk a woman and hack a woman and peep on a woman and traffic a woman and threaten her with rape and murder and starvation. Is because it's offensive and harmful to the other human being. So Mr. Perry continues to ask me for my help. I've told him I'm not going to help you continue to put me through this. I'm not. What we can do, though, is once I have my money back and once you're gone, one of our guys will be in touch with you. And he'll see what he can do. But right now, until you continue to, as long as you're continuing to be a threat to me, to my safety, to my well-being, my mental health, my physical health, my emotional health, my spiritual health, there's no way, sir. It's not going to happen. And this need to repeat is a problem for you. It's a bigger problem for you than I think you understand. You clearly don't understand why we can get information and no one will help you. No one will tell you anything. You've got to understand that, sir. You have to understand that. You don't have a choice. You absolutely have no choice. That's just the way it is. The way you throw a rock up and it's going to come down, it's called gravity. Okay, well, this is the same thing. You must understand the why we can get information and no one will help you. No one, you have not one name of our guys. Not one name. I rattled off 10. You got Sonjay, you got Lucius, you got Geppetto, you got Beverly, you got Monique, you got James, you got Ruben. You think those two are leaking? You got Blankenship and Desiree, you got Muffin Man. I mean, there's all these people that we know because we have people who are working very hard to cultivate relationships within your organization to get that, or a court order. And you're making everyone irate, furious at what you're putting me through. Calvin's another one, and we know Calvin is bald and fat. You have not even a name, much less a physical description and what role they play of anyone and that's given me that information. No one. They gave me the Fabian puzzle. No one. We quote you in your meetings pretty much every day, especially if it's a threat to my life. We knew you hired a hitman, stage a medical emergency at her work. She'll help. And then tell her the guy's got a virus, she's going to have a shot, or she'll get it too. Right after I started telling everybody Michael Neely was drugged, you're retaliating against me for helping a police officer in a murder trial. It is so illegal to do that. There's nothing romantic about what you're doing, Mr. Perry. It is sick, it is twisted, and it is fucked up. You have sold me. This isn't about a romance. Stop with that. Stop with that. You're just pissing everybody off because you're lying and everybody knows it. When you feel love for someone and you care about them, you want them to be happy even if it's not with you. And you've done nothing but terrorize me. Nothing but terrorize me and to rip apart my career, my family relationships, my friendships. Our shrink, actually, I think even Dr. Russell commented on the difference between my emails and my Facebook messages and my texts between my friends and I. She was like, you can tell that you are very loved. You had some really good friends for all your life, and that Mr. Perry completely eroded him because the second you met him, all that stopped. Just dead halt stopped. And that's what stalkers do. They isolate their victims. That's what the McNamara email says. And for you all, you traffic women. So you erode every part of their lives. It makes them easier to traffic. They have nothing. You want to take my computer and my driver's license and my car. You want to take my, I mean, we've said it over and over and over and over for a long time. And the thing is everybody else remembers it when we say it one time. You're the only ones. Yeah, everything has to be repeated for. And people hate you for doing that to me. And getting me kicked out of my home. We know that my car insurance person told you, why are you doing this to her? It's not working. Try being nice. I hate this for her, that you're putting her through this, because it's not normal. It's sick and twisted. And that is why it is illegal, sir. And no one is going to help you continue to do that to me. No one. You're not going to get help from anybody, and it just makes everybody even more mad that you have the nerve to ask. You didn't lose your home. You're sleeping in a nice, warm, cozy bed, walking to the next room to pee. I have to drive to the gas station. I sleep in my car. Never in my life have I had to do that. My ex-husband hung up on me. You fix that. You don't have a choice. You absolutely have no choice. You will fix it, or no one will help you. We'll continue to get evidence we need until you're locked up, and we use it to get a conviction and restitution. And that's that, period. That's all there is to it. You are not going to stay here and terrorize everybody and ruin lives and kill people and exploit women and kids. You're not going to. We're getting this information to lock you up, all of you. That's why we're doing all this. We're not just bored. They got me the Fabian puzzle in jail. It takes a lot of power to do that. A lot of power to do that. And you continue to ask me for help, and that just makes everybody irate and furious. Just like, oh my God, he's got a lot of nerve. Completely terrorizing her and traumatizing her, which makes us furious. But to make it worse, now he asked for her help. You gotta be shitting me with that. You have to be shitting me with that. You are not understanding why we can get information and you can't. And you have to understand that. You don't have a choice. You fucking don't have a choice. You also have to understand why is it different when you do the crime to me than it is with all your other victims. Your guy said when he pesters Cynthia and takes her money, things do not go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. She's quoting everything we say in our little meetings. She's got code words, and Perry's not understanding the significance of her having that. That's a big deal. We've never had one with this much longevity. We've never had one that figured out we had cameras in their home, that we were causing their problems, send us an invoice, sue us, and solve a murder we committed to cover all that up. Never had one of our victims do all this stuff before. Why is it different than when you do it to me? You must understand why. You must understand why people are telling on you. You're not loved and wanted. Nobody's wanting a date with you. I'm not trying to hold your hand. I'm kicking you off because you're raping me. I'm not in love with you. You make me sick at my stomach. And I say it over and over and over, and you're not getting it, and you've got to get it. You've got to get it, sir. Use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law just yet. Apply the but-for standard. The but-for legal standard. Apply the reasonable prudent individual standard. We do these to document Mr. Perry's crime. So again, I'm documenting. He's again asking me for help. Wow. Again, that made everybody even more furious than they were already. You've got a lot of nerve. I told you, when I have my money back, when you're not here tormenting and terrorizing and horrifying me and everybody else too, horrifying other people with what you're doing to me, sir, only then, and you're gone. You mean you're gone. I have my privacy back and you're fucking gone. Only then will one of our guys be in touch to help you, and not before. You do the same thing every day, you're going to get the same results, period. That's Einstein said. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing, you're getting different results. There's a thing called you reap what you sow. You plant corn, corn's growing up. Like it or not, it's not going to come up cucumber. It is going to come up corn. That law was made by God. I think you're pissing God off because God does not like it when you hurt people. Just like you wouldn't like it if Matthew beat the hell out of Jordan every day, you'd make him stop. Okay, well, we're all God's children. I don't think he thinks it's cute what you're doing to women and children. His creation, his babies, his precious ones. His precious ones. You must understand why we can get information and no one will help you. You must understand that, the why of it, and why it's different when you do it to me. You have to get it, and you're not. You're not getting it. It's very important that you get it. She said 6 times, leave me the fuck alone. Our guys are chivalrous, Mr. Perry. Very chivalrous and very kind. A man's kindness brings blessings. His cruelty will be his downfall. We can get information easily, and you can't. We don't put everything out. We use everything you do to build a criminal case against you, because you're a criminal. You're doing things that are outside social norms. They're deviant. They're mean. They cause injury and loss. You've expressed intent to cause injury and loss. You're creepy. And you're getting told on and told on and told on. Not loved and wanted. Nobody's helping you. You can't get any information. You don't have one name of anybody in help, in the need to know investigation. We've got all kinds of names of your people. Look at your results. Look at ours. You have to understand the why of it. You don't have a choice. You better keep up, and you can't. No one's going to help you. As long as I'm living in my car and I'm broke, and you're still here invading my privacy, no one will help you. So you have to decide, do you want help, or do you want to bother me all day and get caught more? And give us more restitution and more easier conviction. You have to make that decision right now, right here. You don't have a choice, sir. It is what it is. Things are how they are. We've quoted you every day for 7 years. You're not going to get a date with me. You repulse me, and you know that. You're very cruel. I don't go out with cruel men. I don't go out with abusive men. My ex-husband was wonderful for 10 years. Wonderful. But then they had a car accident, him and my kids, and he started acting like you. And we got divorced. I don't stick around for that. I don't stick around for it. I'm not going to put up with it. I don't have to. I don't have to. I'm not trying to hold your hand. I'm kicking you off me. It's rape. You're not wanted. You're rejected, and you're told on, and told on, and told on. Day after day after day for 7 years. We have names. We quote you. You have nothing. Not one name. Look at your results. Look at ours. Why are they so different? Why is it different when you do it to me? Why are we able to get information and you're not? You have to understand that. You don't have a choice. You have to understand it, sir. You cannot continue to allow that to go right over your head. You better figure it out. You better figure it out. Or we're going to continue to get information from inside your criminal organization and use it against you in a court of law. I want to starve her until she lies. Going back years. What do I do if she won't take the shot? You tell her she'll die if she doesn't take it. You make sure she takes that shot. I'm quoting your hitman. How do you know he didn't record you? You better understand why we can get information and you can't. Why it's different when you do it to me than any of your other victims. And right now, that's a fail. And a big one. This guy was not asked what he thinks, was he? You're not either. And it is rape and nothing more.
Leave me alone! Please!
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same
And you are trying to force me to do something and say something against my will. Everybody listen, it is 8:51, Tuesday, December 13, 2022. Once again, I am saying Mr. Perry is trying to force me against my will to say and do something I do not want to do. I'm not going to lie for you, and I'm not your girlfriend. You are a job for me, and I'm very good at what I do. You're seeing things happen you've not seen before. Why is that? You better figure that out. Our guys think like him. And him.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
What do you want?
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to, but even when they're not. Unless a woman's giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way.
I said leave me the fuck alone, you freak. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Get away from me, monster. Get away from me. I don't like you. No one does. We can get information and you can't. I don't want to hear from you. I don't give two fucks what you think. No one does. We can get information and you cannot. 7 years of it, every day. Why is that? You better start figuring that out right now. You're in a lot of trouble. Your own people said he doesn't understand what it means that she has the code words. That's a very big deal. And you can tell he's not understanding what it means that she has that. You don't understand anything, do you? You better get it. Why can we get information and you can't? I said leave me the fuck alone, bitch. I said leave me the fuck alone. I said leave me alone. And that's what I meant. I don't like you, no one does. Everybody's sick of you. You better start figuring out why that is. Why is it different when you do it to me? Get it. You gotta get it. You better keep up. Right now you can't. You better start keeping up. Why is it different when you do it to me? Why can we get information and you can't? Why is that? You better figure it out. It's very important that you understand that. Right now you don't. You better figure it out. Right now. Figure it out. You don't have a choice.
Okay, it's not clever, it's not cool, it's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public, it doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
I have the legal right to my privacy and my computer and my phones. You don't have the right to hack me. Hacking is a felony. Cloning is a felony. Get out, or no one will help you. Figure out right now, do you want help or not? You're not going to get it as long as you're hacking me and peeping. You're not getting it. As long as I'm broke, you will not get any help. You won't get any. We'll continue to get more information. The more we get, the easier it will be to get a conviction. It's already being used in a court of law. Do you understand me? I'm not playing games with you. I'm not playing games with you. Everybody's sick of you. Is sick of you making me suffer and traumatizing and terrorizing and horrifying. Everybody's sick of you. We can get information and you cannot. 7 years of it. We'll just keep doing what we're doing. It's working. What you're doing is not. You're getting laughed at. You're made fun of. You embarrass everybody. You're told on, and nobody wants to hold your hand. You're not getting a date. You're getting told on. You're not loved and wanted. You're rejected, and you're told on. And that's it. That's your results. You got nothing else. You're getting nothing else out of this. Mr. Perry, wake up. You're in a lot of trouble. I don't want to hear from you. You make me sick. You make everybody sick. We can get information, and you can't. Why is that? Why is it different when you do it to me than any other victim? You better wake up. You're not keeping up. You're very slow. It's very irritating to have to deal with that. The need to repeat everything for you is really a problem for you. More than you know. It's a big, huge problem for you. everybody else gets at one time. What is wrong with you? What is fucking wrong with you? These are recorded. Play them again. If you forget, play it the fuck again.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to, but even when they're not. Unless a woman's giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way.
Control yourself, pathetic. Control yourself. Your conduct is illegal and offensive and deviant and sickening and horrifying. And so we can get information and you cannot. Does anybody understand why we can get information and you can't? Why is that? It's very important you guys understand the why of that. And none of you act like you have any idea. It's embarrassing. None of you act like you have any fucking idea. Why can we get information and you can't? Why is it different when you do it to me than any other victim? You better fucking figure that out. You don't have a choice. It's irritating you're so slow. I don't even have words for that. We can continue to do what we're doing until your arrest. That's your choice. Or you start figuring out you're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Perry. I don't like you. No one does. You're very cruel. People don't like that. I've said that over and over and over and over and over. You do the same thing, you get the same results. You plant corn, corn is what you get. The only thing that has happened in 13 years is all the stuff you guys hid in your little criminal meetings, in your little criminal organization. We got it. We have it. A lot of people have it. It's not covered up, and you are caught. And you better wake up to that fact. You are caught like never before in your life because you are a cruel piece of shit and everybody's sick of you. So why can we get information easily and you can't? You better figure out the why. Why is it different when you do it to me than any other victim? You better figure that out. You don't have a choice. You fucking don't have a choice. We'll continue to get what we need to get to convict you and get more restitution, however much we can get, for all your victims. If you want our help, then I get my money back, and you're gone. Period. I said that. I'm not going to repeat myself again. This is recorded. Play it the fuck again. I said no. No means no. You repulse me, you're a rapist, a child pornographer, and a cop killer. You're very hated, all of you. Very hated. You better figure that out. We can get information, and you can't. Right, Geppetto? Right, Calvin, who is bald and fat? Name one guy and describe him in his role. You can't. I got about 10 of you. I got 10. Why is that? You better figure out the why. You don't have a choice.
Okay, it's not clever, it's not cool, it's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public, it doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is big.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
Alright, this little stunt that you guys played here, remember we did say you hacked my Dasher app. You're limiting my income to canned food. Everybody hates you for that. We can get information and you can't. We can get names and you can't. Nobody will help you. And this bullshit right here, here's the thing. We can spot a pattern the second time you do it. You guys have had 7 years. It's the same thing every day. We quote you. We find out before, not after. This right here, DoorDash has a system here to weed out bitches like that. This one right here, this guy, leave it in front of the garage. That's not the right one. Hang on. Okay, see this how it says a date? It has a time. Delivered to customer by X time. And so does that one. And that was his house. He had a doorbell camera. What I said is, they hacked my Dasher app to limit my income to the little canned food. They take my steak. I can make money. I had a whole life before I met Charles Perry. Very successful. I wore very nice clothes. You threw them all in the trash. I had a nice home. A nice little family. You know, you like eroding people's lives and tearing people's lives up and destroying so that you can traffic and make money. You made money off of my body against my will. You're living in a pretend life using my body against my will. For that, you've been billed $1,000 per day plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent, and you are to stop right now. Or definitely nobody will help you. You're going to jail. You're fucking going to jail. That's what we're doing with all this stuff we get beforehand, sir. We want you gone. Everybody wants you gone. We can get information and you can't. Why is that? It's different when you do it to me. Why is that? Better wake up. Better wake up, Princess Cuckoo Bird. You're not loved or wanted. You're told on. Every day for 7 years. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Got to say it over and over for you. So this is the same. And this is the same. And it isn't up to the customer what time we deliver, by the way. Because there are other factors involved that the customer's not privy to. They're not in that loop. You don't get to do this. This is bullshit right here. But this is Charles Perry's people right here. One of them, you know how I hate the fucking country bumpkin, you know, twang, bing, bing, you know, I can't stand that accent. This one had that. I about slapped him. I hate it. Fucking hate it. And you know that. Is that why you had him do this? Had him order for me because he talks like you? I hate that. Get the hay out your mouth and talk right. Talk like everybody else. Okay, so this, he's got the time. And this was from the night before. The guy has the fucking time. When I arrived, this guy grabbed the food out of my hand and slammed the door in my face. He goes, "You should have been here 20 minutes ago." And I said, "I had 2 deliveries, sir." DoorDash does that. DoorDash decides who I deliver to first. They decide which restaurant I go to first. They decide all of that. And they know that. They know that. That's why if it's reported as a negative reporting, they'll put it on as fraud, customer fraud. You committed fraud. It's, you know, you don't get to decide what time we arrive. DoorDash does. And fuck you, by the way. Fuck you for doing this. We spot your patterns when you do it twice, Mr. Perry. So we said he hacks my Dasher app. He gets his buddies to call in, get around an algorithm that chooses drivers randomly, and takes my picture so he can use the pictures to show everybody he's stalking me. I mean, he's trying to say he's not stalking me. We're using him to say he is and hacking me. We're using it in your criminal case, just so you know. So this guy's in some trouble with his country bumpkin accent. Is he an attorney? Did he go to the same Cracker Jack box school everybody else, all your other buddies went to? First in my class at my country bumpkin hillbilly Cracker Jack box law school. Yeehaw, we all talk the same. We all a bunch of God-fearing sex weirdos. Right? That's your club, creepy Chucky club? I hate that. I hate it, and he did that. Thank you, ma'am. Oh my God, please. Please get the hell out of your mouth and stop talking like that. It drives me insane. I hate it. And I always know those are your people. You guys are the only bitches that talk like that. Talk right. Learn how to talk right, first of all. We've never had one with this much longevity. Oh my God. Dear God. Yuck. Ew. Okay, so you don't get to customers don't get to decide what time we show up for delivery. There's too many other factors involved. We don't know that this guy didn't have his thing denied about 50 times because he wasn't paying enough. Tip. We don't take tips. Most delivery people will not take an order that's less than $1.50 per mile. And if it's going in a location we want to be in. And if we're like in a place where we know that on our way back we're going to get more orders. We don't take them. We don't take them. I don't go across the river now since you had Jinx pull me over and the guy didn't know what the fuck a protected address was. The Oklahoma address confidentiality thing. He didn't know. What the fuck kind of cop didn't know that? That might explain why 44% increase in murder victims of domestic violence victims in Oklahoma. Because the fucking cops don't know their shit. I hate that too. I hate it. So I don't go back over there. I don't like to talk to cops that are finger paint. I don't. He better know his shit when he's talking to me. You got somebody pull me over. Do you understand? You're gonna have a cop pull me over for you. He better know his shit. Okay? Or don't do it. Don't target me. Don't target me. Lucky didn't like that. He said he's harassing her. He said he's trying to get her on harassment. He fucking calls us all the time. Takes my time away from real crime. Asking me to pull her over or have my guys pull her over to get information from her car, take it away from her, and give it to him. Do you know one guy said, this bitch walks around saying that's his girlfriend? She won't even see him. She won't even take his phone calls. She's trying to get protective orders. You know why? He's trying to take her car away. You know how many times I've called my girlfriend's family and friends? Never. I don't call them. But if I did, it would be to find out what she wants for her birthday or for Christmas. Not get her information off her car so I can take it away from her. That's trafficking, not a date. He's trying to traffic her. This isn't a romance. Everybody's had enough of that. We've all had enough of it. It's bullshit. No one believes you. Not anymore. That might have worked at first. No one believes you. You don't act like a man who cares about another person. You act like a hideous, fucked up criminal who's trying to traffic. Everybody knows you're trying to traffic. You're caught. I've already said that. Here I am having to repeat myself again. You're fucking caught. And this is part of that. Putting down the fucking time. Put it in front of the garage so I can get your picture. Give it to Mr. Perry from the creepy Chucky Club. Yeah, I'm his bitch. I'll kiss his ass, you know. And here we go with it. It has to be delivered at this time. No, it doesn't. The customers don't decide that. DoorDash does. You don't know what else I had on my plate. This one I had 2 orders to pick up. I picked up 2 orders. DoorDash had me delivered to the other guy first, so I did. So yeah, it was 20 minutes past when he wanted me there. DoorDash decided I got there right on time. That's his problem. He looks like a fucking idiot. Looks like a fucking idiot. Taking that food away and slamming the door in my face. You should have been here 20 minutes ago. I said, sir, I had 2 orders. I don't make the decision on who I go to first. DoorDash does that. Yep, whatever. Slams the door in my face. I'm like, oh my god. This guy works for Charles Perry. No question. Only his people act like this. Little 3-year-olds that need a kick in the ass. Learn how to behave right. And get some class and dignity. Don't act like a spoiled, rotten little brat. He didn't get spanked enough as a kid. This is what it goes down as. Customer fraud. Your customers, your people, do not decide what time food is delivered. DoorDash does that. And only DoorDash. Because only DoorDash knows what else they had me do. How many times has this order been rejected because Perry people don't tip very well. This guy did. This guy tipped pretty fucking well. But the problem is we got that. Now we got a pattern. We notice your pattern's the second time you do it. It didn't take us 7 years, Mr. Mental Slow. So this pissed everybody off. Because you're having your guys bother me. And I said, stop that. Get out of my phone. No one is going to help you. 7 years, we quote every fucking thing you guys say just about. We got names of your people. Ask Geppetto. Ask Calvin, who's bald and fat. Ask your people. I'm naming them, sir. And you have not one name of any of our guys. You have no description, no physical description of any of them, or what role they play. Because everybody's sick of you. Why is it we can get information and you cannot? You better figure that out. I'm not going to help you. I want for you to be gone. I don't want to sleep in my car anymore. When you're in jail, I won't have to. When you're in jail, I'll get my money back. I won't be broke, and I'll have my privacy, and I won't have to lie, and I won't have to suck anybody's dick unless I just want to. And it's certainly not going to be yours. And I'm saying that again out of the nature of the crime. It's vulgar and it's obscene. I didn't even do that in a strip club. I'd rather go home broke and tell Dennis I didn't make any money tonight. I'm sorry. What little I made, I bought you something. Mr. Perry wouldn't let me make any money tonight because what they did is they made sure I didn't make any money all night, and at the end of the night, sent his guy in to ask me to suck his dick, and I said no. Or solicit prostitution, be creeped out by him for a couple of hours, and you'll be $5,000 richer, and I said no. So this is sex crime. It's vulgar. It's obscene. and it's offensive to everybody who's normal. It's deviant. You're a sex offender. Allegedly. People laugh. He keeps doing exactly what she says, so she really doesn't need to say allegedly anymore. He's doing exactly what she says. We get very specific, very detailed information as to what specific crime you're intending to do to me next. Right? I love cops. I was raised by 4 generations of cops. I'm completely against defunding police. Completely against it because 40 of them are helping me right now. 40 of them are helping me right now. I was told about the hitman. I was told I was trafficked before you did it. Why is it different when you do it to me? Why can we get information and you cannot? You better figure that out. You do not have a choice. We think you don't have that wire in your head. None of you. If you're a psychopath, sociopath, you don't have that wire. You won't know. You'll never figure it out. You're just stupid. So, inept. Emotionally, intellectually, socially, fail. Inept. See, the thing is, everybody else gets rejected. Everybody else just moves on and finds somebody that they like, that likes them back. It goes both ways. Both people want to be in the thing. It's not rape. And then you have a nice fulfilled life and a nice fulfilled relationship. What happened to Jacqueline? Isn't she your wife? Are you lying to her? See, I don't go out with men that lie to their wife, that have a wife, and then lie to her. Remember when I first met you, I said that. You got a thing for me, and I get that. But here's the thing. I will not do that. I'm not doing that with you. I will not be your mistress. I will not be anybody's fucking damn mistress. What's going to happen is if you got problems in your marriage, you work them out. And you stay away from me. If you can't work them out, get a divorce, and then we'll talk. But while you're married, you are not going to lie to your wife because of me. You are not going to betray your kids and your wife because of me. It's not going to happen. Didn't I tell you that? And I said, and if you continue to bother me, I will kick your ass like it has never been kicked before. Why is it different when you do it to me? Why is it different when you do it to me? But it's the same every time you do it. Why can we get information and you cannot? I named your people and you have not one name. Not one. Nobody will help you. What has to happen if you want our help? I will not help you. I will not do it. One of our guys will be in touch with you, but I have my money back and my privacy back and you're gone. And you fix the things you broke in my family. You fix it. You fuck. You didn't have the right to get in that stuff. Mind your own business. Boring. You need to get a life. You cannot use my body to have a pretend world. A pretend date. A pretend life. Because all you are is John Hinckley Jr. watching TV pretending. A retarded monkey can do that, Mr. Perry. I like men who work hard and impress me. That turns me on. I like men who are chivalrous. That turns me on. Our 40 guys that are my, that were BFFs, literally BFFs. They're not calling you, are they? That's what the guy said last night. Mr. Perry's leaving messages everywhere for these guys and he's not getting a call back. No one's calling him back. When I have my money back and you're out of my life, gone. No longer here to terrorize and horrify, you're gone. Someone will be in touch with you. But as long as I'm broke and you're bothering me and you're in contact with me and I told you to stop it, no one is going to call you back. And I'm saying that for the last fucking time. I've said it all damn day. All fucking day. So you have a choice to make. And you live with your choices, can't you? Yup. This, you want... Okay, so everybody that works for Mr. Perry, do note for the record, he just turned the page. He can live with his choices. So if he continues to bother me, continues to take my money, continues to terrorize and horrify, we continue to get information until all of you are arrested, and then we use it against you in a court of law to get convictions, and the more we get, the easier that will be, and the more restitution will have to be paid. Please remember that I'm saying that right now, again. We can get information. I've named you, some of you. Geppetto, Blankenship, Desiree, Sanjay, Calvin, who's bald and fat, Muffin Man, Ruben, James. You think those two are leaking? Ruben, here's the thing with Ruben. I've gone to a Catholic church as of late. I explained why that was. I don't have to. I don't know anybody an explanation. about anything I do. You're not even supposed to know about it, but I have gone to a Catholic church as of late. One of our guys is Catholic. You thought it was Reuben. I guess is Reuben Catholic? I don't know anything about Reuben. I do not one fucking thing about Reuben. I'm guessing who I think Reuben is. I believe he's a cop in Sapulpa, if that's the Reuben you're talking about. But other than that, I don't know the guy. I have not talked to him. I'm hearing about him on your recordings, Mr. Perry, the police recordings of you. We think Reuben is leaking because all of a sudden she starts going to a Catholic church and I think he's Catholic. Oh my God. Oh my God, wow. Reuben, did you know that's what they think? I'll let you straighten that one out. Never heard of Reuben until y'all had that conversation. I've seen the man one time, I believe, and I talked to him for maybe 2 seconds, if it's who I'm thinking of. And it may not be. If it's who I'm thinking of, he's a Sapulpa cop. I haven't talked to him in years. Years, and I talked to him really briefly. So, and it wasn't about church at all. It wasn't at all about church. So, Reuben, they think that you're a leak and you're doing it through the Catholic Church. Because one of our guys is Catholic. And he encouraged me to... I actually didn't set out to go to a Catholic church. I just wanted somebody local to pray with me. And I went to several churches and they were all fucking locked. They had people there, but the door was fucking locked. So the one that was open was a Catholic church and Rhema. Rhema was very kind to pray with me, but they're a little cold. They're a little strange. I don't know. I went to the Catholic church. It was a whole different thing. I'm not saying which Catholic church. I've not told anybody which Catholic church. Yeah. Mind your own business, Princess Cuckoo Bird. You're not loved. You're not wanted. You're told on. And nothing else has happened for 13 years but that. Ask Geppetto. Ask Calvin. Ask Reuben. Poor Reuben. Reuben's like, right? Is he all like, ugh? Anyways, Reuben and James... I don't know them. I really don't. If it's the guy I'm thinking of, there's one Reuben I've met in Oklahoma ever. I met a lot of Reubens in New Mexico, but where I'm here, so I'm guessing it's somebody here. You're something. Just delusional. Yeah, Huntington's disease causes delusion and paranoia. You're not loved. I don't like you. I fucking don't like you. I mean, nobody does. Everybody, we can get information, you can't. Right? I'm naming people. So, this little bullshit right here, Mr. Perry, I'm naming your people, sir. You don't have anybody's name on my side. Nobody. You better figure out why that is. And why is it different when you do it to me? Your own people are worried about you. I don't think Charles understands the significance of her having those code words that we use. He's not getting it. You better figure it out, mental slow. Your own people are getting frustrated with you. I hate your guts. Everybody fucking hates what you're doing to me. Everybody's fucking sick of you. That's one reason we can get information and you can't. Everybody wants you fucking gone. So you're not here to do this to me anymore. You're horrifying everybody. Normal people do not like what you're doing. They don't like any of you, David, Calvin. We can get information every day for 7 years. You don't have shit. You have nothing from one of our guys' meetings. You have none of their names. You don't have any physical descriptions of them, and you don't have any of their roles. Right? Why is that? And why is it different when you do it to me? I know you trafficked me to a guy in Houston who's a realtor. None of your other victims knew that beforehand, did they? I do. Your other victims don't know your code words or people involved. I do. Why is it different when you do it to me? Better figure that out. You better fucking figure that out. You don't have a choice. You really don't. You're just wacko. Stupid. Like I said, my guys are not going to call you if you act like you can't understand what we're saying. They're not wasting their time. They'll spend their time doing what we've been doing, getting information nobody else has. We're very proud of the fact that we've been able to do that. All of us are we've worked hard. We've all sacrificed a whole lot. And we are very proud of the fact that we are getting evidence of your crime that nobody else has. I did find out beforehand I was trafficked. Into who? $25 million is a hell of a lot of money to pay for a cover-up you never got. You're horrifying people. Lots of people with a whole lot of power. I said no. No means no. You can live with your choices, right? Princess Cuckoo Bird. We don't think you even know what the hell you're... This right here is how DoorDash sees it. If I get a rating that's negative, it is because some stupid customer that you had call in and dictate the time. They're not in that loop. They have no idea what the hell they just did. It goes on here and it goes on that. Okay, just another idiot. DoorDash is the only one that dictates the time. DoorDash is the other guy. This guy didn't know that I had 2 orders to pick up. His was 1. I don't pick who I go to first. DoorDash does that. I got there within the time of DoorDash. DoorDash, if I don't get there in a timely manner, DoorDash dinks me. DoorDash will give you a reprimand if you take too long to get there. They give you some leeway, and then they dink you, but you have the opportunity to explain what happened. So sometimes I'll be caught in traffic, so I'll take a picture of the traffic, so that DoorDash can see that the street was a fucking parking lot. No traffic was moving. We're all stuck in traffic, or there was a wreck, or whatever it was that happened. We have the opportunity to provide evidence, and of course I take pictures so that I have that evidence if there's a problem. You better fucking wake up. You better fucking wake up. You want to get me fired? We get that. We've told everybody forever. He makes sure women get fired and they can't get another job. If I try to get a job that you can influence, that's tipped, like you did at Carrabba's. I got a job for a day at Carrabba's. You guys found out about it. You know, the manager let shit slip. Remember, if somebody slips up, I'll catch it. Yeah, the manager let 2 things slip. So, we spot patterns in kindergarten, not CSI Las Vegas. Yep, there's that. Oops. Oh, shit. So, what happens is we found out you guys were going to send your people in and do what you did to me at the strip club. Run her ass off and no tip her. But if I try to get a job that is just a regular paying job, say $20 an hour, then all of a sudden ooh, you're not qualified. Oh, we picked somebody else. So you can prove that right or prove it wrong. You can live with your choices, right, Princess Weirdo? You're not loved, you're not wanted, you're told on. You're horrifying people. Everybody fucking hates you and wants y'all gone. So we can get information, including your names, and you can't get shit. You have not one name, not one physical description, and nothing from our meetings. Nothing. And this is 7 years of this. Every day. I found out I was trafficked. The other girls don't know. Right? I found out you're causing the problems. The other girls don't know. Why is it different when you do it to me? You better fucking figure that out. You better fucking figure that you don't have a choice. Listen to me, bitch. You don't have a choice. No one cares what you think. You don't even make sense. I don't want to hear from you. I don't. I've said that over and over and over. I don't care what you think. Shut up and get away from me. Shut the fuck up and get away from me. I don't care what you think. We're all sick of hearing you talk at all. You don't even make sense. Everybody's sick and tired of you. You're horrifying everybody. We can get information and you can't. Why is that? You want to do the same thing and get the same results? You live with your choices. You live with it. You fucking live with your choices, okay? You want to keep doing this bullshit right here? We're using it against you in a court of law. The more evidence we get to use against you in a court of law, Mr. Perry, to prove hacking and stalking and voyeurism and trafficking, to prove out everything we say beforehand, to prove out witnesses and a shrink, sir, in a court of law, already. Nobody's calling you back. Nobody's fucking calling you back. You want to give us more, it's easier to get a conviction the more we have, and more restitution for all your victims. And especially for me and Mike, we're top of the list. We've put in more sacrifice than anybody else. I told you to shut up. I don't care what you think. Shut up. Everybody's tired of hearing you talk. Everybody's sick and tired of hearing you talk. We can get information and you can't because of it. Everybody's sick of you. Everybody's sick of hearing you talk. We can get information and you can't because of it. Everybody's horrified by you. We can get information and you can't because of it. Why is it different when you do it to me? Live with your choices. You can live with your choices, right? You're a grown-ass man. Live with your choices.